Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alaina. If you're new here, I make videos based off my life, my faith, and whatever it is I'm reflecting on throughout life. And today in this video, this is going to be more of like a weekend in the life, maybe day in the life type of video. It's a Saturday as I am filming this, and it's November 8th, 2025, around like 2:30 p.m. maybe. So I don't know if I'm just going to only film this day or if I'm also going to film tomorrow on Sunday, but we are in for another exciting video. We're going to an NBA basketball game, which is pretty fun. We're going to see the Atlanta Hawks and the Lakers play against each other, I believe. And so that should be pretty fun. Majority of the time I'm at home. Like, I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert. I don't get out much, but I really want to show more parts of my life when things are actually happening, and this is one of them. My boyfriend invited me, my dad, and his grandpa to go to this game with him, and so we're basically getting in for free. We're going to be getting access to like a side of the arena where we get a high angle view and we get to have a buffet of food served to us as we are watching the game. So that should be pretty fun. This isn't my first time accessing this area. I think since I've been dating my boyfriend, we have been able to do this at least 3 or 4 times. So I'm pretty, used to it and exposed to it, but I always find it exciting to see these games and to eat the food. So that should be fun. I don't know much about basketball, funny enough, considering the fact that I cheered for a basketball team for 2 years in high school. And like I said, I know a little bit, but not everything there is to know about it. I wouldn't say I'm a huge basketball fan or a sports fan in general. I'm more of like a creative person. However, I like to experience things. I like to experience the things that my boyfriend likes, and I like to get out the house a little bit sometimes. So yeah, the game starts at 8 p.m. It's around 2-ish right now, but my dad and I, we're gonna leave at 5 to go pick up my boyfriend and his grandpa, and we should get there around 6 p.m. That way we can make sure we're at the game in the city in time before it starts. In the meantime, until it's around 5, I think this would be a great opportunity to show you guys into another side of my life that has nothing to do with productivity and trying to find a job. I think this would be a great opportunity to show you into what my weekend looks like, where I'm just having fun, being chill, relaxing, playing some games, maybe reading a book. Sometimes we need those moments just to like relax and enjoy our weekend. So yeah, I hope you guys are interested in that, and if you are, stick around. Let's get into it. On weekends such as this, I like to take it pretty slow. If it's not already like obvious, I'm a slow living type of person, so I pretty much take my time with it when getting up. Things that I usually like to do on my Saturdays is I like to wake up a little later, and a little later for me is really just getting up at like maybe 7 in the morning, and I like to spend an hour dedicated to my time with Jesus, whether it be reading a devotional or praying or anything of that sort, journaling my prayers, and I do that for about an hour. Afterwards, I might do my stretching, which I've been trying to show that a lot in my videos of me stretching, because I feel like ever since like I started my career and ever since I graduated college, I've been experiencing like all different sorts of body aches, and that could be because I'm maybe not taking the right type of supplements and vitamins. I'm not taking it at all, actually, because I don't know where to even start, and that's not an excuse. But point is, I have been doing stretching because I've been getting a lot of body aches, neck pains, back pains, headaches, and all the sorts. And so it could be stress or anxiety. So that is one of the reasons why I try to practice a slow living lifestyle, and it's also one of the reasons I stretch. if you asked me like years ago, like before college, if I was into stretching and exercising, I would have told you no. I'm still not completely into exercising, but I definitely take my stretching a lot more seriously now. So that's something I have to do, that I try to do, especially since I'm getting older and I'm not going to be able to move the same way I did back when I was younger, right? And then after that, I really like to dedicate time to working on my videos and such. That's not going to show in this video, but there's going to be some other fun things that we'll come across in this video that are unique and different.
What you making?
Snacks.
What type of snack?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Mm-hmm.
Can I have some?
No, not right now. Later, because these ones are no onions.
Okay.
Another thing that tends to happen on our Saturdays is my niece or my family coming over. I'm really big on family. I love spending time with my family. My family are pretty much my friends since I don't really talk to many people. They're the people I'm the most comfortable around. So that's something I like to do on my Saturdays, is just enjoy it with my family and take the time to bond with them.
Okay, we are in the storage garage. Since moving here, we had a lot of our stuff in a separate storage area, but because the prices are going up, we are trying to move some storage into this garage. And I think this is exciting because some of my old toys from when I was a kid were packed in the storage, and now it's here. And so I kind of want to like go through it, go down memory lane, and invite you guys into that. So let's do it.
She could use a hairbrush. I've always been the type of person to take care of like my toys as a kid, like to keep them in good quality. I don't know if that's some like sort of like spirit of gentleness in me, but I've always taken care of my stuff, and it makes me happy to see them like still in good condition. These dolls, like, I grew up being the youngest child of my family, and also being the only girl of my family of 2 older brothers with a 10-year age gap. So a lot of the time I was growing up playing by myself a lot of the time. And my parents, I had a pretty good childhood, I would say. Like, without me having to beg and ask, they pretty much would get me whatever I want. And, I'm obviously grateful for that. But, like, as someone who grew up, being the youngest and the only girl and going through my own sort of experiences by myself, and also, having parents that are, like, older, who don't really, like, who are more focused on working rather than, like, they don't really have it in them to get down on their hands and knees and play with me. They would usually get me toys, and I was pretty good at learning how to play independently by myself. And for some reason, I don't know, like, stuffed animals and toys always had a special place in my heart, because to me, in my childlike mind, they meant more to me than just toys. They kind of were like friends to me, like things that made me feel safe and comfortable and secure, and stuff like that. So that's why, like, these dolls really hold such a special place in my life. And the other stuffed animals that I have, like, sitting on my bed, like, that's like family to me, And so I guess what I would say is, because I have such, like, a heart for, like, toys and stuffed animals, I hope that one day, God willing, that I get the opportunity to make toys and dolls and stuff like this for other children who really just need a friend, like something like that, to make them feel like they have, like, to make them feel like they have a friend, that something's close to them that will never leave them, and stuff like that, especially if it's a kid that suffers, or especially if it's a kid that deals with anxiety. These things really helped with that, along with my dog. Yeah, that's my take on toys. So something else that I enjoy doing on my weekends is playing Sims. Sims has been something I have been playing since I was in middle school, but it goes way farther than that. Sims was actually a game that I was exposed to through my brother. My oldest brother, he used to play Sims. He still plays Sims. He's like the biggest gamer in our family. But he exposed me to Sims, and when I mean exposed, I mean he was playing it and I would sneak into his room to watch him play it. And as a result, I was always fascinated with Sims, and he ended up moving out when he went to college or something like that, and left behind some of his games. And so it was an opportunity for me to steal it and play it for myself. And ever since then, I have been hooked. Excuse my dog, since she's walking around. We don't have a lot of time to play Sims, so I'm just gonna play for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes is all I need, because this game can get addicting really fast. But for now, we're just relaxing. We're having fun, right? He does not need to exercise. He just needs to go to sleep. The dog is running. Did he just... What is that? What is this green stuff? Please don't tell me that's Dookie. The dog needs to calm down. He needs to calm down. And now to the anticipated basketball game. So how this works is, I'm going to start all the way back to the beginning. I was under the impression that my dad and I were actually going to leave at 5, and I had told my boyfriend that's when we were going to be there. And, it turns out that was actually the time that we should have left, because by the time that we actually got there and picked up him and his grandpa, it was 6:45, and the game was supposed to start at 8 p.m., which, for where they live at, it would have been about an hour drive just to get to the game, including with all the traffic and having to get through the line itself. But because we left at 5:30, we actually didn't get to the game until the second quarter. I think it was like the beginning of the second quarter. We actually had missed a turn when we were in the city, which really threw us off our schedule. But, you know, it's fine. We got there and we got to the buffet. The buffet really wasn't that great this time, and you know, it usually never really is. The first time we went, it was amazing because we never had any other experience to compare it with. But after maybe 3 or 4 times of going to the buffet in the Chase side area of the arena, the food is really kind of like mid. I had like a pasta. It was like a lobster pasta, something like that, with a salad, and they only had 2 choices of dressing. And the first one I had was, I think it was like a vinaigrette, which tasted disgusting, and then I had the ranch, and it wasn't like a normal ranch, it was some other type of ranch, and that also didn't taste that great to me either. But you know, I'm glad we got to have a dinner because we didn't eat before we left. Oh, something I forgot to say earlier, before we got to the game, I saw something really cool. I saw one of those Waymo self-driving cars in the city, and we actually saw like delivery robots, and I actually didn't think that those things were actually like operating in the city. I knew like they existed, but I thought they only existed in places like, you know, Asia, you know, where technology is way more advanced. But they're here in Atlanta, so that was pretty cool, and it looks so cute. That was the game, and I believe it's only because LeBron James wasn't there and some other players that my boyfriend had mentioned that were injured, so we ended up pretty much winning that game, and you know, that's great for us. Good morning, everyone. So it's now Sunday, it's the next day, and we got back home from the basketball game at like 12ish in the morning, and so obviously I wasn't recording or filming anything, but I just woke up and I'm going to do my Bible study, but I think this is where I'm going to call it here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment down below something nice, or, you know, something constructive, whatever you feel. Just be nice, of course. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.